Hey guys, Sophia here with turquoisetoffee.wordpress.com, and I'm back with another video. Today, we're talking about the 2022 IFBB Pro League Minneapolis Pro Bikini results. And look at this top 5. So good. And there were a lot of shows this weekend. I've got a whole bunch more recaps coming your way, so make sure you subscribe. You don't want to miss them. Okay, so in terms of Olympia, this is a Tier 4 contest. Winner qualifies, 2nd through 5th receive points, and then at the end of the qualification period, the top 3 of the Bikini girls get to go to Olympia as well. So in terms of our scorecard, here we go, top 5. In first place, Mary Eve. 2nd, Lizzie. 3rd, Samantha. 4th, Kiki. And 5th, Alessia. So here's Alessia in 5th place. Are you kidding me? So many top 5 finishes in this qualification period. It's unbelievable. She is so good. She is so consistent. She looks always amazing and so similar, right? She doesn't fluctuate in between shows. She really keeps it together, and I think that is so impressive. I do think that angles play a big part in how good Alessia looks. I think her waist looks a lot smaller in some pictures than others, just depending on how much of her torso is facing the front. But I've talked about that before in other videos, how I kind of prefer particular angles on her. Like, to me, this looks like a teeny tiny tummy, whereas, this one looks a little bit larger simply because there's more belly button showing, right? Clearly, of course. And that is going to matter where the photographer is standing. I'm sure she is showing off exactly what she needs to the judges. So I think she looks as great as ever. She's got that amazing line coming down her leg. Her conditioning is beautiful. She's gorgeous. But if we are going to take a closer look, something I did notice in this particular top 5 is that Alessia does not have the same degree of that lat showing like the other girls. So she looks a lot more, I want to say like just naturally standing, you know? She doesn't look as deliberately contorted to really create that hourglass shape. She just has it. Her hourglass is just naturally the way that she is. So I'm wondering if a part of her 5th place compared to this lineup might have something to do with just the other girls seeming to have a bit more, I don't even want to say more muscle per se, but definitely more showing in the upper body. But you can let me know what you think when you see the top 5. Okay, so here's Kiki. So see what I mean? There's a lot more lat coming through in the way that she's posing. Her shoulder is a lot further back. Very impressive. And what it's doing is it is creating the most intense, insane hourglass ever. Such a tiny waist. And man, what an impressive upper body. I love the curve in her delts. I love how curvy her arms are. She is super lean. You got a little bit of vascularity coming through. Her abs look amazing. Just an incredible upper body. I love it. She also has an amazing shape to her glute. I am so impressed with how round it is from like top to bottom. It's a beautiful shape and really nice balance with her legs. I do think she could have a little bit more size though to compare to this upper body and even to compare to the other girls in the lineup. But man, I'm so impressed. I think she's got a great shape and I think she looked really beautiful. Okay, Samantha in 3rd place. Incredible. Wow. Her shape is awesome. And to me, she looks like she has a lot more size, particularly in her lower body in this top 5. We've got a lot of muscle mass in her legs. She's got really large hamstrings, really big calves, and a lot of size in these glutes. Beautiful conditioning. I love all of this detail you're having in her hip, and a really small waist. So that's always impressive for that overall shape. And again, a little bit more lat showing and a lot of delt. So she's got this gorgeous shape. But mostly I'm drawn to her lower body. I think she has some amazing size. She looks really muscular. And actually the overall impression with Samantha for me is curves. I noticed the curve of her arm, the curve of her bicep and tricep, the curve of the lat, the curve of the glute, the curve of the hamstring and the calves. So to me, she's got a lot of roundness, even curves in her hair. So very beautiful, a gorgeous overall shape. I do think that perhaps if she had her foot at a 45-degree angle instead of so sideways, it might be a little bit more flattering to the calf muscle. Right now, just her lower leg looks really quite large. And I think if she just had a little bit more of an angle, it would have a bit more of a slenderness without taking away from her amazing glutes and hamstrings and quads. But wow, she looks awesome. All right, Lizzie in second place. We just saw her in the top 5. She's incredible. I love her hair. I love the green suit. She's just got such a beautiful face, beautiful makeup. I love it. Her posing is lovely as well. She's really showing off that amazing curve, is just like we were talking about before, a little bit of a lat coming through, tiny waist. I think her waist looks even smaller than it did at the San Antonio show, and her glutes look incredible. So much size, beautiful legs. I think she could have maybe a little bit more of a curve on the top of her quad in this back leg, just a little bit more sweep. And even though I love her conditioning, I think her obliques look great. Her abs look amazing. She's got some great detail in her hip, line coming down her quad. I do wish that the delts were just a little bit more popping. So that's kind of it. I think she looks really incredible, and this was a fantastic second place. And now in first place, Marie-Eve, gorgeous. We've seen her in the top 5 a few times, and she just looks amazing. Extremely small waist and a gorgeous glute. I think this is the best her glute has looked. It looks so round, so full, and really high. Here it was a little bit more like slanted, whereas here it's like round right from the edge of her suit. So she's clearly putting her weight on her feet a little differently, and it is doing something amazing because her glute looks incredible. And she's got lovely detail shining through her oblique, coming into her hip, and really outlining her whole quad, which I think looks really good. Just absolutely gorgeous. She also has a really nice upper body, so you've got a beautiful roundness in her delt, a little bit of that lat, really lean. You've got some nice detail coming through under her suit here, and just overall she looks athletic, she looks strong, and her posing looks really beautiful. So I think she nailed it. Okay, so here's everybody side by side. I am drawn to Kiki. I think her lats look amazing. You can see that beautiful shape of her glute, but perhaps you can agree with me that it could be a little bit larger. Samantha, I'm drawn to as well for the amazing size, all that muscle mass she has, particularly in her glutes. I think Lizzie stands out just for the way that she's posing. Her waist looks so small. She's got a beautiful presence. Alessia, I think, looks really beautiful as always. I'm really noticing that gorgeous line coming down her leg, but I do think she's standing too square to the front. And if she was a little bit more angled, it would make her waist look even smaller. And then Marie-Eve looks absolutely gorgeous. Really nice delts, amazing overall silhouette with a fantastic glute and nice legs. And now from behind, amazing. So I'm impressed by Samantha's quad sweep. I think you really notice the curve in her legs as well as the roundness and fullness in her glutes. Marie-Eve, man, fantastic glute ham tie-ins. They're really prominent, really triangular. Nice hourglass as well. I think she's got a really beautiful shape. Lizzie, I think, has some fantastic delts, and you can see she's got a super small waist, but somehow she doesn't look quite as hourglassy as Marie-Eve. And I don't know whether it's the shape of her hair is a little different, right? Hers is a little bit more straight, whereas Marie-Eve has a bit more of that triangular, or if it's just, the way she's standing, I don't know. Kiki, I love the cut of her hair. I think that's a really smart length. It lets you see her lower back. It really shines those delts. Amazing. Alessia has such fantastic glutes and just a really gorgeous overall shape as well. But this was a super impressive top 5, and I think these girls are all amazing. Now, in terms of Olympia, wow. So Marie-Eve is qualified. Lizzie has 6. Samantha has 3. Kiki has 2. And Alessia was already qualified. So there's more shows coming up this weekend. I have so many recaps coming your way. So make sure you subscribe. Give me a like if you like this video. Comment below with what you thought of this top 5. And come find me. I'm at turquoisetoffee.wordpress.com and of course on Instagram at turquoisetoffee.